All right, guys, welcome back to the Frugal Homestead. So today we're talking about firewood for the tiny house. Now, as some of you know, I have a splitter, I have saws, we have 24 acres, we can get our own firewood. But we've done something different this year, and that is blocks again. Now, I made videos about this before, but I want to explain why we're doing all of our tiny house firewood blocks this year. So, pretty simply, I go out to Sawmillers, which is a local sawmill. These are cutoffs of the end cants when they square them up, and I buy these. Now, there's a tonnage price, but essentially I can fit a third of a cord worth of wood in my truck. All right, it costs anywhere from $44 to $50 to fill my truck. That's because most of what they're cutting right now is a little heavier wood. A lot of times there's a lot of poplar out there, and those loads are not great. But now they're doing a lot of oak, a lot of hickory. There must be a big call for hardwood pallets right now because they are running it. And they have a huge pile. So what I did was I go out there and get loads, and I ended up getting 8 loads, okay? It ended up being just under $400 for those 8 loads. Now, what I want to show you is how much wood it actually is. So you got all this. All right, and that is 2 pallets wide, so 7 feet probably wide. And then you have all this, which I have 3 IBC totes completely full and 1 water bladder completely full. So let's go down here. I also have what I call overnight burners, which are a little longer, down here in a pile, but all this is full. All right, it's a lot of wood. Each one of these is about a third of a cord. So I think it's important to understand we do cut, split, kiln dry, and sell wood. We do it only in bags and bundles now. I make $5 off a bag or a bundle. We get approximately 30 out of a third of a cord. That means 1 cord of wood, we get about 90 at $5 a piece. All right, you can do the math on that. But as I just said, this is 8 loads. Now I had a little under a full IBC tote down there. So what we can call this, okay, is 9 loads here. And the 9 loads is equal to 3 cord. All right, so you got 3 cord, and it costs me less than selling 1 cord of wood through the bags and bundles. So with time being so short, because I'm constantly doing construction right now and getting ready to start on other projects up the main house, it just made sense to buy this year. It made sense to go ahead and just spend the money. Really, when you put into the fact of driving in the woods, the gas for the chainsaws, the gas for the splitters, all that, it's the same thing as the gas to go to sawmillers loaded up. The time is the same of loading it up. It actually takes way less time to load it up and bring it here and unload it by hand. Now, I could have gotten even faster with it. I could have just cranked it out with my bed crank out and threw a bunch more pallets down, but I was trying to keep it condensed. But I'm gonna tell you, that is not a bad deal. That is not a bad deal at all. Plus, we have our firewood done for the year. It's out here in the dead of sun getting cooked, and it is the very beginning of July. Not great, I should have got it done in the fall, but still. I gotta admit, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at with this. So as most of you know, the tiny house does not require very much wood. It's a very small stove. I think that this setup, especially because our stove, everything cooks on the bottom. There's no grate in or anything. So ashes are a real problem. Having no bark means less ashes, less dirt. It really is going to improve our system to use this, I think. But it's also easier. I mean, I got a bag, I bring it out, I throw some blocks in it, take it back in, done. Pretty simple. So, a lot of people would say, if you have property, why are you buying wood? It's because I can sell 1 cord and buy 3. So, I think the math works. Honestly, we will have propane as a backup in case we're like not home or we want to spend the night somewhere, or something happens, whatever the reasoning is. It's always good to have a backup. But generally speaking, this is our firewood for the year. To heat our house for the year, this is basically going to do most of it. $400 to heat my house for a year. Think about that for a second. Now, Missy does record it all, so I'll put the actual spreadsheet up on the screen so you know exactly what we paid for each load. But I'll be honest, it's hard to beat that. Honestly, and nowadays with electric going up again, I don't know, guys. I still think this is the best way. But let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. If you buy your wood, let me know what you pay. If you feel like this is a good deal or not. And I'll see you in the next one.